Good afternoon, sir. For reference, what was your name?
Okay, my name is Engineer Adedeji Doherty. I was the former state chairman of the People's Democratic Party in Lagos State, and I was also the organizing secretary of the zone, a former organizing secretary of the zone, and also a former financial secretary of the zone. I also stood in as the acting national vice chairman, during a period when I acted as the highest ranking officer in the zone, So I was also lately, during the 2023 election, given the position of the chairman of the presidential campaign council for Atiku during the 2023 election.
Okay, let's go into the PDP crisis national. As a bold face in the PDP, at least with the whole of your title, the national, the southwest, and the likes. So, what's your view on the fracas in the party?
Well,
the way it's being settled.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Well, it is quite unfortunate that things have turned out the way it has turned out. You understand? And like I said in my last interview, concerning this same issue, which is the misunderstanding within the People's Democratic Party. A lot of people need to understand that this misunderstanding is because somebody is upset. Do you understand? Somebody is upset. And who is upset is the former governor of River State, which, definitely for political reasons, for recognition reasons, and for equity, he has the right to be angry. You understand? He has the right to be angry because of the way the situation after the presidential primaries was handled. You understand? I think, that kind of situation cannot happen in the People's Democratic Party again, because a lot of people have learned their lessons. You understand that election is about a collective will of a people to achieve a goal, and that goal is to win an election. In what happened in 2023, I believe that those that were advising the presidential candidate at that time did not really do a very good job in handling the sticky situation that arose. An example is the G5. You understand? We shouldn't have allowed the G5 to become so prominent the way they did. You understand? A diplomatic way of handling their situation should have arisen. You understand? Which didn't arise. You understand? And that, angered 5 governors almost at the same time. You understand? Working against the party. So how are we going to spin that? You understand? Apart from the OB situation that we had to deal with. You understand? I'll give you an example of that election results. The results in Lagos State, for instance. The same election, the same time, the same ballot. The president got 75,000 votes. The senator in just the West Senatorial District got almost 300,000 votes. So you can see that the Labour Party created a big hole in Lagos State. You understand? And, I believe PDP should be more magnanimous in moving forward, right? When moving forward, they should know now that they cannot go it alone as PDP. You understand? They have to collectively come together, to join hands, to have a give and take roundtable situation for the next election, which is the 2027 election. PDP cannot go into election just as PDP. They have to go into that election if they are going to make any meaningful impact. We have to go into that election collectively as opposition parties working towards a better Nigeria, and that is by removing the APC from the center.
Now let's go into the election in Edo.
Yes.
The governorship election in Edo that is coming up in a few. So what's your own say on the situation of the party, the current, because at least PDP is as the ruling party. Do you think the incumbent governor would at least should actually retain the power within his own jurisdiction?
Well, thank you very much. To be quite candid with you, a lot of work has gone into the preparations of election in Edo State. Luckily for us, we are the incumbents, and that is the People's Democratic Party. So, and luckily for the People's Democratic Party again, Obaseki is an articulate and statistical planner when it comes to election. Right now, they have campaigned all over the entire state. That is Aswe Ighodalo. Aswe has pedigree. Aswe has knowledge. Aswe has experience. Aswe comes with a lot of professionalism, you understand, with him into the political fold. You understand? Even though, yes, a lot of people, like myself inclusive, had always seen Aswe outside politics. You understand? But apparently Aswe had been working within the corridors of power, even in assisting PDP achieve its goal. So in terms of him being a homegrown PDP member, you can easily say that Aswe's position in coming in as a candidate for the party is a good step in a good direction. However, maybe with Shuaibu, right, it should have been explained to him categorically that Aswe has a right to the ticket, just like he did. You understand? And they should have just gone for election without a lot of fracas. But however, the campaign has been done. It has come down to election on Saturday. Personally, I believe that Aswe Ighodalo is going to be the next governor of Edo State. I believe that the preparation that PDP has done in Edo State towards this election outweighs all the preparations that the Edo State governorship candidate in APC could have done, or even Oshomole could have done, because what Oshomole has, or what Oshomole's experience is not as much as what Obaseki has. Obaseki has the technicality. He has the structure to go into an election. You understand? I don't think within the 6 months or 1 year that Oshomole has been running around working with his candidate, I don't think that's enough time for things to have a real turnaround in Edo State. As of today, APC does not have, or has not submitted, even after the deadline, have not submitted at least 55 to 60% of their agent list.
Based on what? Based on what source?
Do you understand? The source that came from was the source that it was in the newspaper, and it was on TV when they were interviewing PDP in Edo State. You understand? And that is when they did the forensic they did with INEC. Because after the closure of submission of agents, you understand, parties could go to INEC to check how many agents have been assigned to different local governments. So when PDP was doing that, right, they found out that APC had not delivered enough names towards their agents, especially in, I believe, Edo North and Edo Central. You understand? So now, what I'm trying to say is this. You can try and rig an election, use federal might, use the police, use the INEC itself, but there's so much they can do if the votes are overwhelming, or if you are not that prepared for that particular election. And it already shows that they don't have the capacity, the human capacity. That's APC. They don't have the human capacity to handle that particular election, because at the polling units, the PDPs are going to be there, and they will have to meet with their colleagues who are the APC. Do you understand? So if they are in polling units and APC cannot field, you understand, enough agents for those polling units, then who is going to have the day? You are going to have a situation whereby your votes are not even going to count, because you don't have anybody monitoring those votes. So is it INEC that is going to write the results for you? Is it INEC that is going to collect your result sheets for you? You don't understand? So it is something that they need to know. And I can tell you for free that Obaseki would have put an electronic monitoring real-time system together that will be shown real-time at the control center, at the situation room. So I don't see how Oshomole wants to beat this. You understand? And let me tell you something again, because it is something that is practical and that can be seen. You understand? So if you want to rig, you must rig at the polling unit. In this election where you have the beavers and everything, you must rig at the polling units. INEC has said it again that the results are going to be uploaded at the polling units. So where does APC want to rig the election? I can't see it happening. You understand? So it is a situation now where PDP needs to sit down between today and Friday. You understand? Make sure that their agents and their canvassers are tagged. Make sure that they are funded for food, drinks, and everything, so that they don't go to the toilet and come back or anything like that, or they have people to take over from them. You understand? They have to make sure that their collating centers are well monitored. They have to make sure that the central area where the state collecting areas are monitored, the senatorial collecting areas are monitored. All they need to do is deliver their results. Because the teachers' union are going to be working for PDP. The labor union are going to be working for PDP. A lot of the Catholics and the Muslims and the Northerners and everybody are going to be working for PDP. You understand? Not to say that Labour Party does not exist. Labour Party exists in Edo. Yes, definitely. Some people are going to vote for Labour Party. Yes, agreed. Do you understand? But it is not going to hurt PDP that much, because even the candidate, sorry to say, the candidate in APC is just going to come in as a spoiler, both for PDP and for APC. Do you understand? He's going to take a little vote from here and a little bit vote from here, and it's not going to make any difference because it's going to knock themselves out. You understand? Because he's not going to be ready at the polling units. He's not going to, he doesn't have the structure in all the polling units in Edo. You need at least 4 people each in each polling unit. In Lagos State, we have 13,600 or so polling units. In those 13,000, in one day, for us to do election in Lagos State, we need close to 75,000 people that should be members of PDP to work in each polling unit. That's only 4. Do you understand? In Edo, I don't know how many polling units they have, but maybe about 7,000 polling units. So they need close to 30,000 people. Oshomole cannot fund 30,000 people, even if he was a governor 4 times. You understand? So you see a situation whereby it is going to be very difficult for APC, especially with the candidates they have, with the structure they have, with the bickering that has been going on in their Edo APC for a while, with the way Obaseki too had moved. He had almost emptied the APC when he left to PDP. He almost emptied the entire APC because in PDP he was treated fairly and he was given a space to even bring in his own people. They put them in different positions and everybody was happy. You understand? So at the end of the day, a lot of APC members left with him to PDP. So APC is just getting itself back. So I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Asue Ighodalo as the next governor of Edo State. I would also like to congratulate Obaseki in advance for a job well done and a job that will definitely have good results. Let me tell you one last thing that Obaseki has done. You understand? Take it or leave it. The fact that Obaseki did not sign and Asue Ighodalo did not sign that peace accord is the best political stunt that has ever come from PDP. You know why? This is the reason. If they made that mistake of signing that peace accord, it sends it's just like you pouring cold water on a hyped membership in Edo. The memberships are hyped. They are ready to work. They are ready to deliver. They are ready to win and everything. And then you come as the leader of the party and you just tell them, oh, we had to just sign the peace accord. So even when they slap them at the polling unit, they will turn their second cheek and get slapped again. No, that's not how politics works. I saw Ruben Abati talking about they should sign. Politically, it is wrong. If they bring it to Lagos tomorrow, Lagos State PDP will not sign the peace accord because peace accords do not work in Nigeria, and peace accords do not work when you are going against the APC. It does not work. They don't follow peace agreements in APC, and nobody, I personally would advise nobody to sign any peace accord when it comes to APC.
Okay, let's go to the INEC part. Do you think INEC will play the role of neutral umpire in the governorship election?
You see, you know, INEC in the past has always been able to manipulate and twist things and turn things, you know, and it's all human. It's not INEC. It's the human elements within INEC that are both good and bad. So the bad ones are the ones that turn 8 to 9. They turn 6 to 8. They turn 10 to 20. Those kind of things. So in the new dispensation of elections going on in Nigeria, you can start seeing that will continue to reduce with the bringing in of the beavers, with the bringing in of different electronic items into elections and things. Definitely it's going to reduce. I don't think INEC has all the powers to rig an election like they used to before. I think they had used up their chances during the 2023 election to a certain extent, which was not too glaring, because definitely a party in disarray cannot say you won election. You know, 5 governors gone, this one gone, Obi gone, everybody gone, Kwakwanso gone. Do you understand? So that is a difficult situation. But going forward, I don't think things are going to change. That I can tell you, because right now, whatever Nigerians are suffering is 60% caused by PDP not getting itself together.
Okay, so ahead of the election, PDP is alleging that APC wants to use the federal might to win the election. What's your take on it? What are the indications that APC wants to use the federal might?
Well, definitely APC likes using federal might. You know, if you're in that situation, you do the same. So it's just as simple as I have said. They don't get ready. APC was not ready. They are not ready for that election. I can tell you that for free. Do you understand? They're coming up with one man saying he has left ADP to join APC. It's just a gimmick. You understand? All those guys that left, another one said he left either PDP to go to APC. It's all a gimmick. Those are all road shows. You understand? And the politicians know that, because they know the people and they know what they stand for and they know their capabilities and their abilities. You understand? So all that is just like a movie. Do you understand? Towards going into an election, to show people that, oh, we have worked. You understand? But I can tell you for free, Aswe Ighodalo, the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, is the next governor of Edo State.
Okay, so as a big elephant in PDP, especially here in Lagos, could you tell us what's the possible, or should I say, what's the current position of PDP in Lagos State?
Well, in Lagos State today, things are a bit quiet. I'll be quite honest with you. You understand? However, it is quiet for a reason. And the reason is that once the center hasn't settled, once the national is not settled, the states cannot really act. They can't really do much than to wait and see how things pan out at the national. However, in Lagos State, the state executives have already put a reconciliation committee together. They've put a finance committee together. They've put a disciplinary committee together and different things like that, you know, to address the different issues that are going on in the state. However, you understand, I think that in their investigations, you understand, they will find out that the issue of crisis or misunderstanding within the party in Lagos State today is only caused by not recognizing those that have been in the party for so long, not following the rule of law, not following the constitution of the party, and trying to institutionalize imposition. You understand? And this is the bane of Lagos State PDP. In 1998, 1999, you had the Wahab Dosumus and all these people that wanted to come out for governor. They brought in Funshaw Williams. After Funshaw Williams, they brought in Obanikoro from nowhere. After Obanikoro, they brought in Adedeji Doherty that wasn't on ground. You know, after that, they brought in Jimmy Agbaje from another political party, you know, and then next was Jimmy Agbaje again in 2019. Then in 2023, they brought in Jide Adedeji that just came into the party for 4 months. Where is it done? Even the APC will never do that. Even if you have been in the APC for 3 years, 4 years, they will never do that. You know, you understand? Our party needs to understand that when you collect forms, when you collect money for forms, the money are hard-earned monies from aspirants. And because they believe in the system is why they pay for the forms. If a governorship aspirant has paid 25 million for a form, and then on the days of the primary, he finds out that you are tilting or twisting the results to favor somebody against someone, then you are making him an enemy of that person immediately. You are making him an enemy of the party. You understand? And that is what PDP needs to know. You cannot and will not toy with the lives, the political lives of members of your party, especially when they are the stakeholders in the party. You understand? Let me give an example of 2023. Jide Adedeji came into the party. I was state chairman when he came in. We accepted him. We acknowledged him and everything. You understand? But he's just coming in just to the end of, you know, congresses, to the beginning or middle of congresses. You understand? And you want to run for governor. You understand? So this is a new person. We don't know him. We don't know his name. We don't know his house. We don't know his family. We've never met his wife before. We don't know his schoolmates. We don't know where he's worked. We don't know his antecedents. We don't know anything about him as a party. And then we go for Congress, especially the 3 ad hoc delegates Congress. We go for that Congress. Everything in the party was peaceful. Everything was going on fine. Yes, there were a bit of dissident voices around the place, you know, but the judge was doing his own. The governor of Edo State too was carrying out his own skirmishes during the period I was chairman. However, there was still peace in the party. Suddenly, we had the Congress, the 3 ad hoc Congress. The results were brought up. The results were delivered, sealed to the committee. The committee signed for this result and took it to Abuja. And lo and behold, they got to Abuja and changed the entire results for just one person that we don't know. How is that person going to market himself with long-sitting members of this party? Definitely, most of them sat down at home. And that is the reason why they only had 65,000 or 75,000 votes. I think governorship had 75,000 and the presidency had 75,000 and the governor 65, or the other way around. It's one of those two, which was an appalling result. But at the end of the day, it was created by the mistakes of the national. You understand? And that must not repeat itself again. Because if it does, then you are going to tell those that have been toying, that have been building, that have been creating the party was created by stakeholders. All stakeholders don't need to agree, but you do not impose by hurting other people. When a party collects forms, money for forms from members, it has the onus to deliver what he has sold the forms for, and not to twist the results to work against those that have bought the forms out of confidence and loyalty to the party and in believing in the party. You understand? What happened in 2023 with the elections in Lagos State has sent a shiver down all those that even want to join this party. Except anybody joins the party now and believes that the same thing is going to persist, like some people are doing now, by going to a leader's place and say they are already members of the party. We never joined PDP like that. We joined PDP by taking recognition of the state executives, by taking recognition of the parties in all the structures of the party in all the local governments. We took part in the building the party, contributing to the party, in the sun, in the rain, when there was no money, when there was money, when people were sick, when people were dying, when people were in hospital beds. That is how you join the party. That is how you become a stakeholder. Not you just walking in and going to one leader's house and saying that, yes, you are now a candidate. And that was what happened.
So what's your suggestion?
You understand? The way forward in PDP Lagos State is for them to follow the Constitution. The Constitution is clear. For the first time, we had an election to pick state officers, to pick ward officers, to pick local government officers. Some were okay, some were mad with all kinds of irregularities. This is what PDP does that makes it lose elections in Lagos State. Because you don't have to work to become a chairman. You don't have to work to become a secretary. You don't have to work to become anything. All you need to do is tie yourself to a particular godfather or a particular stakeholder, and your name will just be there. Even as I speak, there was even a name of a guy that never contested, that was brought into the results, the final results that came out of Abuja. How did that happen? How? So when PDP wants to move forward, there are a lot of these irregularities that must be addressed. I am not leaving PDP for anything. We are going to be in PDP, whether it survives or it doesn't, God forbid. Do you understand? We are going to make it work. And it is just people that need to just respect themselves, respect the Constitution, and respect the members of this party. Then now you have a situation whereby PDP Lagos State has been infiltrated with all kinds and manners of people, with no kind of a culture or pedigree. They abuse Body George on social media. They talk to leaders on social media as if leaders don't matter anymore. Body George, no matter what he does, Body George is still the leader of PDP in Lagos State. No matter what good or bad Body George does, he has told in PDP and has not officially said he has left PDP. And in moving forward, we will all still sit down and agree. We will all still sit down and show respect for each other's views. And we will all sit down and create fairness and equity among all. Do you understand me? You understand? And we as stakeholders will sit down with ourselves, Chief Bode George, Chief Dr. Gukelu, all of us will sit down and address our issues at the appropriate time in going forward. But as far as me, Engineer Adedeji Doherty, is concerned, PDP will move forward, PDP will succeed, and PDP will become the giant that it has always been in the political terrain in Nigeria.
Okay, thanks for your precious time. Thanks for your precious time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.